Okay, this is how you make a console client to run off of Google Cloud for free. The trial is for 90 days. So you make your Google Cloud account. Once you're in Google Cloud, navigate to Compute Engine and then VM Instances. And then we're going to create an instance. The region should select to whatever's closest to you. And then select E2. And then for this, I use micro, but it really doesn't matter which one you use. You shouldn't go over the budget. And then you want to make sure that you're using this version, the x86-/64. Once you've done that, you hit create. I've already made one. So we're gonna click on it, click SSH, and it should bring up this window. Then authorize it. Okay, now that we're in here, we need to run these commands. So you start by running this top one. This version works for Cosmic Sky, but if you want to use a different version, like a later version, you just have to change the URL that's here. And then we need to run this command. Same thing, if you change the version, you're going to have to change these numbers, like right here. So we run this. This just makes it so it can execute. I've had issues in the past where it doesn't execute, so then you have to use this. And then we need to install this command. This lets you change the file so that you can set up like your commands to TP to your island and you can save an account. And then we need to run this. That's how you use the client to AFK when you don't want to have the Google Cloud thing open. So then these commands down here are how you actually use the screen, which we just installed. So I'll start screen-smcc, which opens a screen, and then we want to edit this .ini file. So we're going to run this command, and it brings up this. So you scroll wheel to navigate, or you can use your arrow keys, but you want to put your login and your password, the host name, so cosmicsky.net, MCC is fine, and then, oh, don't do that. And then down here where it says Minecraft version, you want to set that to 1.20.4, and then none of this other stuff really matters, except there's a few more things. I think I skipped one, but we'll go down to, auto relog. You want to set this to true. The delay, you can do whatever. For retries, just put -1 and that makes it retry infinitely. And then ignore kick message, you want to set that to true. This way, no matter what it says, it'll always try to reconnect. And then, they explain everything that you need in here if you actually want to do all this other stuff. But then we come down to script scheduler. So you want to start by enabling script scheduler, and then this stuff is just how you actually make the console client relog. So I like to make this one true, same with this, true, and then on times I turn this off. It's just like times throughout the day, which you could do, but I never really know when the reboot's going to happen. But then you want to set up your one interval. This is the important one. These are in seconds, so like 10 seconds and then another 10 seconds, so that every 10 seconds it just runs this. And you just want to run, I believe it's just /join for Sky. And then your second task, this is how you actually get it to your island. You can have it go on first login, but it doesn't really matter. I just use the one interval, and then I do this one every 30 seconds. And then all you need to do is /send istp whatever your island is. Okay, and then once you're done, you press Control X, and then you press Y, and then you just press enter, and then it saves the file. And then all we have left to do is actually run the client. Press enter on that command, and then I didn't put in my information, but and then you put in your password. If you put your stuff into the file that we just edited, it won't have you do that unless it's the first time. But then, yeah, it'll just run, and then, I mean, this is not doing anything because it's not set up correctly. But then, I mean, it'll just keep running. So then once you actually log in, it may tell you that you can't connect to Mojang servers or something. Just check the email of the account you're using, and you're gonna have to verify the unknown login request, because this is a virtual server, so it's gonna run off of a server somewhere that's like not where your Minecraft account is used to being. So just accept that and then try it again. But then once you're logged in, you can just press Control A and D at the same time, and that'll get you out of the client, and then you can just close this window, and then everything will keep running. And then say you want to edit something, you type /screen -r whatever you named it, and then bam, you're right back to it, and it didn't stop. What we're using is called a screen, and then here's just a few names, or a few commands that you can use if you want to kill the screen you're using. Run that, and then if you want to see all of the screens you have going, you run this, and then it will just tell you what all you have going. But hopefully that's helpful.